for the Seneca Sting. From Richmond Hill, a 5'10" point guard, number 2, Yasir Ahmed. From Waterloo, Ontario, a 6'4" guard, number 13, Tavonn Mars-Buckley. From Vaughan, Ontario, a 6'7" center, number 15, Ron Alexander. From Scarborough, Ontario, 6'8" guard forward, number 3, Tavonn Mars-Buckley. And from Markham, Ontario, a 6'4" shooting guard, number 21, Elijah Green. And now, your starting lineup for the Centennial Colts. From Toronto, a 6'5" forward, number 1, Tavonn Mars-Buckley. A 5'10" guard from Toronto, number 4, Husam Shallo. From Toronto, a 6'4" forward, number 9, from Scarborough, at 6'6", forward, number 10, Tavonn Mars-Buckley. And rounding up the roster, at 7'2", from Toronto, number 45, a center, Omar Gold Nation, let's ride!
And as we ride our way into game number 2 on our ColtsNet Live doubleheader, we're back after the Centennial women's team picked up a victory. It'll be the men's turn to shine, going up against the Seneca Sting. It's the Colts' first home game of the second half of the season. These two teams last met at Seneca November 7th. The Colts taking that game 74-68. DeAndre Goldburn and Tavonn Mars-Buckley combined for 40 points in that one. DeAndre Goldburn not active tonight, as Omar Nur is going to line up for the tip against Jaron Alexander, and the tip's going to be won by the Sting. As in the corner for an early three-point look was Tafarian Black. That one no good, and Tayshawn Crawford will bring it the other way. He drives inside in the corner. That was for Mars-Buckley. That one deflected by Elijah Green. So to set the starting lineups, it's Yasir Ahmed, Trajan Ouellette, Jaron Alexander, Tafarian Black, and Elijah Green for the Sting, as it's inbounded to Husam Shallo. Zachary Friedman, Kira Irison bringing you Sting versus Colts, as that shot by Shallo was no good. Stretch pass out for Jaron Alexander, falling out of bounds, so it'll be Colts ball. Still no score, 30 seconds in.
Yes, Zach, we're expecting an amazing game from the Colts. We know that they did have a win last week against their belt on January 12th. So again, we're trying to come back with some amazing wins.
It's Abdel Soudani who drew the start, as it's Mars-Buckley. He's got Nur in the corner, chooses to go himself with the floater, no good. Soudani had the rebound, slipped out of his fingers, out of bounds, and Seneca will get the ball. Ahmed inbounds for Ouellette, and it'll be Ahmed, the point guard, directing traffic. Ouellette. Ahmed inside for Alexander. Nur trying to battle, and Jaron Alexander is going to draw the first two free throws of the game off the foul by Omar Nur. So Jaron Alexander standing at just 6'7", going up against the 7'2" Omar Nur, but he may have the strength advantage down low in the paint, as the first free throw is up and in, and we are on the board 1-0 for the Sting.
Yes, Sting is very good at just keeping consistent at the line. So far, they have about 45%. So again, very consistent. Not consistent there on that play.
And it's going to go the other way. Centennial to get the ball. Bit of a press look here from Seneca to start it off, but everyone backs off relatively quickly. It's just Ahmed choosing to pick up Shallo full court. Sudani trying to feed Nur inside, going to work in the paint, spins back right, puts it up and in. Omar Nur looking to get him going early, down low on that low block as Ahmed swings it out for Roulette. He drives inside, going inside. And that's going to be a foul on the floor called on Tayshawn Crawford, who thought about taking the charge, bailed out at the last second. This Centennial Colts team, as Kira said, picked up a win in their first game back from the break against the Loyalist Lancers. However, suffered a loss to the Georgian Grizzlies, 105-100. It was the third time the Colts have eclipsed the 100-point milestone this season. It was the first time they had given it up defensively, as it's Seneca ball on the baseline. Ahmed, heel pull for a three. That one short, tipped off the hands of Nur right into the palms of Teferia Black. And he puts it up and in for two. Teferia Black only started playing in the second half of the season. In his 2 games, he's averaged 26 points. That would be as a nice tough move by Tavonn Mars-Buckley. But as I mentioned, the aforementioned Black averaging 26 points a game in those 2. That would be good for third, but does not qualify. Hasn't played 60% of his team's game. Is loose ball and a late foul call. It's going to be on Husam Shallo on the strip.
Zach, the last time I was announcing, Long and Mars-Buckley weren't on the court, so it's good to just see them back and see the energy being lifted on the court today.
Absolutely. Samuel Long is dressed and active, ready to go in off the bench as Mars-Buckley drives inside, and he puts it up and in. It's Ahmed crossing the timeline. Centennial leads 6-3, 2.5 minutes in. Ahmed swings it for Roulette. He's got a wide open three. Good job by Sudani to close out, and battling for it underneath, Nur and Alexander. Going after the whistle too on the held ball. Possession arrow in favor of the Seneca Sting, so it will be Seneca basketball. Correction, they're going to say it's Colts basketball. Not sure if we already had a held ball. But possession arrow was pointing in favor of the Sting. It will stay in favor of the Sting. Inbounded in the front court to Sudani. One-on-one on Roulette, goes right over the top. Abdel Sudani getting his first bucket of the game, as Roulette will come the other way, works it inside on the bigger Nur. That one rolls off the rim, rebounded by Shallo. Crawford in transition, trying to put it around, and it's a loose ball, and it's taken back again by Crawford. Finds Sudani, takes his time for three, no good. Rebound secured by Black.
Exactly, you can see the aggression in this game. Centennial is placed third compared to Seneca's fifth, so really tough game so far.
Crawford inside, short on the finger roll, but the offensive rebound taken by Tavonn Mars-Buckley. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Mars-Buckley using the screen from Nur. 3 seconds now, has to heave it up. Offensive rebound by Nur, and he's fouled on the way up. And that's where that 7-2 big man's gonna come at an advantage, as Omar Nur practically took that shot by Mars-Buckley directly off the rim, puts it right back up, and Omar Nur will get his first free throws of the evening. Nur on the season Pretty good free throw percentage for a big man. 73% hits the first. Second one up and in, 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. 10-3 Centennial leads. Working with it is Green. Green swings it over for Black. Black's three-pointer, no good. Rebound over the head of Sudani. Trying to throw it off him was Ouellette, but eventually taken. And in the corner, Ouellette gets Nur off of his feet. Ball swung around, driving inside Aaron Cortez. And that one tipped out by Alexander. That one sent to the side. And they're going to say it's last touched by Seneca. Centennial basketball, 5:47 left to go in quarter number 1.
Yeah, Zach, you can see how we're dominating, but a lot of ping pong here. Just a lot of mishaps and a little bit of miscommunication going on. It's
Shallo. As stepping up to the table is Malik Taylor-Williams, as that three-pointer is good by Husam Shallo. 10-point lead already for the Centennial Colts as that one's stolen away. Shallo was tugged at, and that's going to be a clear path to the basket foul. So Husam Shallo saw daylight, was tugged on by, I believe it was Aaron Cortez. And so now Husam Shallo is going to get 2 free throws, and Centennial's going to get the basketball right back as we have our first timeout on the floor. And Centennial doing great things at both ends of the floor, already built up a double-digit lead.
Yes, Zach, Centennial has been proving what we have been considering a very slow start to the season. You know, last year we had a lot of injuries. We had Wong, who had an injury for the Colts. We also had, you know, Mars-Buckley, who was out. So we had a slow ending to last season. And as well, even though we had 1 win and 1 current loss to our belt, we again, I feel like, have been picking up the pace though in this game, especially when it comes to just the energy and our gameplay movement.
First free throw, no good from Shallo. Second one up and in, and Centennial will get the ball right back. 14-3 the score, 5:21 left to go first quarter. Unit on the floor for the Colts, it's Mars-Buckley, Crawford, Sudani, Shallo, and recently checked in Malik Taylor-Williams. Third-year forward standing at 6'5". He'll drive baseline, spins on Jaron Alexander, no good. Rebounded by Ouellette, and Cortez takes it the other way. In the corner, that's Black on the inside, swatted by Mars-Buckley. He takes it the other way. Driving left with the right, no good. Rebound taken by Black, sent over to Elijah Green on the far side, and Cortez will get the offense set up for Seneca. Quick pull there by Green, no good. Rebound Shallo. Hands it off to Crawford. Taylor-Williams on the screen. He fades off of it, and Crawford trying to go right over the top, tipped around eventually into the hands of Trajan Ouellette. As Black will drive inside with the left, no good, just a little long, but on the follow, Elijah Green. 14-5. Shallo goes for the floater from the foul line, no good. Rattled around though, Shallo gets it back. Mars-Buckley not able to secure the loose ball, and it's taken by the Sting. And Cortez. Seconds on the shot clock. Inside, nice feed for Teferi. Black puts it up, and the foul. Big substitution coming for the Colts as Omar Nur, Samuel Wong, and it looks like Illinois Roberts Farquharson is going to check in as well for Crawford, Mars-Buckley, and Shallo. So the three of them join Sudani and Taylor-Williams.
pretty consistent, 60% average at the free throw line. So again, someone you need to watch out for when you're fouling.
It's Samuel Wong, who, like we said, missed a lot of the first half of the season due to injury, but came back and has played some good minutes for the Colts as the hook shot by Nur after the pass by Wong is up and in. Ouellette, that one went off of his shins, and it's going to go the other way as Quentin McCarthy will now check in, and he's going to check in for Sudani. So Quentin McCarthy will get his first looks, and for the Sting currently on the floor, you've got Black along with Cortez Ouellette. Then you've also got Adelard Torre, and in the corner, Imani Mighty. It's Wong. Crossing over, driving baseline. Tried to find Nur again on that inside move. It will stay with Centennial. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Just over 3 minutes left to go. It's McCarthy. He sent it over to Wong, who airballs the three. And Cortez has it for the Sting. Teferi Black not hesitating on the triple. No good. Rebound taken by Taylor Williams. It's Roberts Farquharson. Looked like a bit of a stumble while he was trying to get his feet set. And Taylor Williams hit across the arm. Gets fouled. And will go to the line for a chance at 2 free throws. Malik Taylor Williams, Mother Teresa is where he went to high school. Now the third year on the Centennial roster, averaging about 16 minutes a game, misses the first free throw. Eight-point lead for the Colts. As second free throw, no good. Roberts Farquharson saves the loose ball, but they're going to say he had his foot on the line. So it's going to be Centennial, correction, Seneca basketball with 2.5 minutes exactly to go in quarter number 1. Teferi Black using the screen from Torre, gets Nur to jump. And a foul's going to be called on the far side by the official. Looked like Black might have just lost the handle. But Black will go to the line for 2 free throws. The Sting sitting 2 games back of Centennial in the OCAA Eastern Conference standings. 7-5 on the season. Their last game of victory against La Cité in Ottawa. They went 2-0 on their Ottawa back-to-back road trip against Algonquin and La Cité. A close one, though, against the Yotes. An 82-81 victory as second one was missed. And Taylor Williams driving inside will get the foul call. And he'll go to the line for 2 more free throws. Try to do better than last time when he went 0 for 2.
Looks like there's going to be a substitution here for Seneca, but again, yes, he's been very just consistent on driving and keep driving towards the basket. He's not stopping when he sees 2 or 3 Stinger players in his way, and that's what we need. We need that consistency, and we need players who are not afraid to drive to the net and get that foul for their team.
Second free throw up and good from Taylor Williams. And picking up full court, Illinois Roberts Farquharson trying to get in the grill of Elijah Green, poke the ball free, and it's an 8-second violation. Illinois Roberts Farquharson with the aggressive D leading to the turnover. Inbound goes to Taylor Williams. Hands it off to Roberts Farquharson, driving right over the top, off the glass, gets it to go. Illinois Roberts Farquharson brings this lead back to double digits for Centennial. Is driving inside. Elijah Green, double clutch, no good. Rebounds loose. Roberts Farquharson hands it off to Wong, who starts to go the other way. McCarthy's open in the corner. Chose to go to Taylor Williams instead. And Taylor Williams dribbles in two men. Nur hands it off to McCarthy, looking for his shot. He'll take it just inside the arc, and he gets it to rattle home. Quinton McCarthy was hungry for a shot on that possession, as now it's Prince Mazimka putting it in, and the putback there is good from Jeffrey Schumacher. It's Wong. Under a minute left to go in quarter number one. Colts lead 21-11. Malik Taylor Williams guarded by Mazimaka. Fading away, Taylor Williams gets it to go. Other way, it's Schumacher at the top, driving inside. Taylor Williams takes the charge. It's going the other way. Malik Taylor Williams with the hustle at both ends of the floor. Gets up a little shaky after drawing the charge. He does appear to be okay. And it'll be Centennial basketball, 35.2 seconds to go. It'll be an 11-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock, as Centennial leads by 12. Wong driving left, inside for Nur, and he is hit a couple times down low. Finally, the whistle blows. Whether the foul is on the floor or not doesn't change the outcome, as Nur will go to the line for two, as Seneca has entered the penalty. Nur already 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Will look to extend the Centennial lead, as the first free throw is no good. Nur, that one no good. So 0 for 2 from the line, 17 seconds as Mazimaka dribbling up the floor, hands it off, tipped away by McCarthy. Eventually it's guzzled up by Mighty. It swung up to the top, that one tipped, but saved. McCarthy the other way, 5 seconds on the clock, hands it off to Wong. That one tipped out of bounds, so 2.3 left to go in the first quarter. And we'll see what Coach Michael Jackman has drawn up for a short clock situation, trying to put some extra points on the board at the end of the first quarter. Malik Taylor Williams, no time, gets it off. No good, just a little long as we end the first quarter. Centennial with a strong start. They lead 23-10. Kira Irison. It's been a strong showing for Centennial so far.
Exactly, Zach. We can just see how the Colts have just been dominating and stampeding over the Sting. Just in terms of the stats that we have, compared to this first period, Lord have mercy, 10 rebounds compared to Sting's total of 7. And on turnovers, we have Sting's 5 compared to Centennial's 2. Points off of turnovers, Centennial has 8. Isn't that insane? You know, we've just been doing a really good job on defense. Some really good players that have been standing out today on the court have been Omar Nur with 6 points to his name, as well as run rebound, but as well as Husam Shallo, 4 points and 3 rebounds. So again, 2 of the players that have been really the players that have been popping off in this first period. It's, 23-10, 13 points ahead. There's no bad points, I would say, that Centennial have has been doing. We did have a bit of ping pong at the start, Zach, I would say, but in terms of gameplay heading into the last few minutes of the first period, I would say that we did, we toned it down. We did start to calm down, play our usual gameplay that we have been, but in terms of that, do you have any pointers that the guys have to do heading in, or is it just keep doing what they're doing?
I got nothing.
Yeah.
And as we get set for the second quarter, Centennial doing it on both ends of the floor, shooting nearly 50% from the field, and held the Seneca Sting to 29% shooting in that first quarter. As we get set for quarter number 2, it'll be Illinois Roberts Farquharson alongside Tavonn Mars-Buckley, who returns to the game. And they're in with Samuel Wong, Malik Taylor-Williams, and Omar Nur. And for the Seneca Sting, it's going to be Yasir Ahmed with Elijah Green. You've also got Teferian Black back on the floor, Aaron Cortez, and Jaron Alexander. So it'll be Seneca to inbounds. Centennial showing a very similar press, but it's inbounded immediately into the front court. And the Sting will get set up in the half court. Teferian Black has the mismatch he's looking for, takes it inside, gets it up, doesn't get it to go home. And he has something to say to the Colts after that drive to the hoop. 2 shots coming for Teferian Black.
Black has been dominating for the Sting as well. 5 points with 5 total rebounds. So again, a strong player, has been consistent at the basket. We can see at the free throw line, just got another down. But in terms of his whole season, again, 69% average at the line. So really consistent.
Second free throw, no good. Long rebound taken by Alexander, who tries to go inside on Nurse. Spin move, trying to get underneath, puts it up and in.
I think you told me a spell or something there. That was a lot of talking.
It's Wong going the other way for Centennial. Taylor Williams squares up, drives inside in the corner. Roberts Farquharson, no good. Long on that one, but the rebound taken by Nur. Pass out, risky there. Malik Taylor Williams able to get it as Wong's three-pointer's up, no good. Roberts Farquharson trying again, but Ahmed takes it the other way, going up high and swatted away at the rim. Malik Taylor Williams. And leaning on the out-of-bounds line was Aaron Cortez on the battle for the loose ball. So it's going to be Centennial basketball. But Malik Taylor Williams not afraid to go up high. And the block party's coming early for the Colts tonight. That inbounds pass tipped out of bounds, so we'll get reset. Still a 10-point lead for the Colts, less than a minute gone in the second quarter. Wong waiting for the Colts to get set up on offense as an ISO here for Tavonn Mars-Buckley. Drives inside hard, and a foul's going to be called going to the bucket. Tavonn Mars-Buckley, no matter how big nor small, he is not afraid to go at just about anyone in the OCAA when he's got a head of steam towards the basket.
Buckley is also consistent at the line, 76% average. Might have jinxed that one there, Zach, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut as he takes the second one.
Mars-Buckley, second on the team in scoring as he misses the second one. Nur dives for the loose ball. Alexander goes on top of him, but the possession arrow should be in favor of Centennial as Seneca started with possession in the quarter. Unless when Cortez leans back on the out-of-bounds line, they called a held ball that we were unaware of because it is Seneca basketball. Green into the front court for Ouellette. Hop step inside. Nice double clutch. No good. Rebound taken by Omar Nur. Mars-Buckley at the top. He will pull the three and it'll go down. The confident first-year scorer has his first triple of the evening. And it's 26-13 for Centennial as Alexander driving baseline gets a little shove from Nur. And Jaron Alexander is going to go to the free throw line for a couple more chances. As Abdel Soudani will check in for Nur as the big man picked up his second foul. Husam Shallo also back in the game as the first free throw is no good by Jaron Alexander.
Seneca not doing too well at the line so far this game. So far they have an average of 23.5%. 4 out of the 17 so far that they have had have been successful.
Second free throw was no good, so missing both was Alexander, but the rebound tipped off the hands of Taylor Williams, so it'll remain Seneca basketball as it's Ahmed in the corner, and that one just thrown away. And so it'll be Centennial basketball off the turnover. And with Seneca, as is the case, has been the case for most of the season, if they're going to win games, they have to do it with their defense. They average the 5th least points per game in the OCAA. It's Mars-Buckley. Had a chance to pull again, but he'll go for the tougher step back. That one way short. And going the other way to Farian Black. Driving inside with the left, now chooses to retreat. In the middle, Alexander up and in. (26-15). Centennial leads. 2.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter. Shallo inside, falling away from the basket. No good. Rebound taken by Alexander. Ouellette driving right, picks up his dribble inside for Alexander. No good. Rebound taken by Shallo, his 4th rebound of the game. It's Mars-Buckley guarded by Tafarian Black. Or correction, that's Elijah Green, but it's inside for Soudani. Nice drop off for Malik Taylor Williams. And he's fouled on his way up. And he will have attempts number 5 and 6 in this game. First free throw up and in for Taylor Williams. And that one up and in. So he makes both. 4 for 6 in the game. Malik Taylor Williams sticking true to the decimal. Makes 2/3 of his free throws. 28-15 as Aaron Cortez with it at up top, driving inside on Soudani. That rebound taken and fouled on the way up for the putback was Imani Mighty. 6'6", second-year player. Imani Mighty has a brother, Armani, as in Giorgio. Armani Mighty, who actually plays for the Boston College Eagles in the NCAA. And Wong will drive inside. That layup no good. Black will take it the other way. He falls over, but Mighty takes it. Somehow is able to get it to Ouellette inside for Green and lays it up and in. Seneca is starting to make Centennial feel some pressure here. That stifling defense coming to play as Crawford dribbles through the double team there. As Shallo thought about the three, chose not to go for it. 6 seconds on the shot clock now. He's got to step back, got to pull it. It's Wong on the corner. That one no good, as that one goes over top the backboard, so it'll be out of bounds, and the ball will go right back to Seneca. Seneca starting to play with a bit more pace and a bit more intensity as Cortez directs traffic. It's Black. He'll just pull it. 18-footer, no good. Throwing the offensive rebound into the corner. That one well short for Imani Mighty. As Wong hands it off for Mars-Buckley. Roberts Farquharson at the table waiting to check back in, as losing his handle was Tavonn Mars-Buckley coming the other way, and putting up the jam is Imani Mighty. Timeout Centennial, and Coach Michael Jackman not happy after this mini run by the Sting.
Yes, I would say in terms of attacking, Zach, Centennial has just been doing an amazing job. They've been doing a good job on switching the ball fast. They've been doing a good job on finding the open player when it comes to the middle. They've just been doing a good job on communicating without actually communicating, reading each other's cues. As far as defensive, that's where I feel like we are seeing breakdowns. I feel like we're seeing breakdowns when it comes to defensive transition. After a celebratory basket, we're not hustling back. I feel like there is also a lot of just lazy IQ when it comes to our defense. We're not really looking at other players' runs and where our players are heading, and if we're switching on and off. I feel like a lot of times there are 2-on-1s where there shouldn't be 2-on-1s on players. So heading into this, I feel as though our coach Jackman is really just getting into the head of our boys, making sure that we're not lazy on these plays and exceeding points like we just did with Almighty getting that amazing dunk. We're making sure that we don't have open gaps like that.
So we'll see what adjustments Coach Jackman has made as we're just about halfway through the second quarter. 28-21, Colts still leading. It's Shallo along with Crawford, Roberts, Farquharson, Sudani, and Gibbs, as Shallo will pull that one from deep. That one no good. Rebounded by Mighty, taken by Elijah Green. Green driving inside with the right, gets the contact on the way up, so Elijah Green will take a trip to the free throw line, where he'll have a chance at cutting this Centennial lead down to 5. First free throw, no good from Elijah Green, who on the season is about a 62% free throw shooter, averages right around 10 points a game at 9.9 as the second free throw goes down for Green. Shallo hands it off to Malik Gibbs, who we haven't seen tonight, as Gibbs, step back three, nice move. That one comes up short. Green will start to go the other way, and he's going with some speed. He'll have to pull up, sends it off to Ouellette. Mighty had the shot, chose not to go for it, as now it's Black. Swings it into the corner for Green, who's going to pull it off the catch. That one short, tipped away, but then taken by Shallo. Husam Shallo sends it over to Gibbs. As driving right, Shallo goes right inside, and he will take the contact and go to the line for 2.
Shallo again has been having an amazing season so far after he's come back from a little bit of an ankle injury. Very consistent at the line here as well. We know that he is a veteran on the team, so one of the players who just keeps the glue together and just keeps the energy up on the court.
Right around 71% on the season. He misses the first, but the second one goes down. Husam Shallo, a guy that averages only 3.5 rebounds on the season. We still have 4 minutes left to go in the first half, and he's got 6. Back into the game for Seneca is Jeffrey Schumacher. He's alongside Black, Mighty, Ouellette, and Alexander back inside, as sounds like it's going to be a foul on the floor. So no shots coming. Or shots will in fact come for Teferian Black. First free throw up and in. Second free throw, good as well. So Black's only shooting 2 of 8 from the field, but now a perfect 4 of 4 from the line. As Shallo found some open court space, no good. Nice rebound by Roberts Farquharson. Tried to put up the second chance look. Couldn't get the bank to go, as Ouellette will send it way down the floor for Schumacher. And Mighty will have to retreat. And Black gets his man to jump, gets a second one to jump. Ouellette inside, good feed for Jeffrey Schumacher. Great ball movement by the Sting, as it's now just a 3-point game. Tayshawn Crawford driving left, go up with the right, no good, but Roberts Farquharson doing a great job of tracking down these loose balls, but he loses it, and it goes to Jaron Alexander, and the Sting will come the other way with Ouellette driving, no good. Good defensive coverage once again by Illinois Roberts Farquharson. It's a jump ball, and the possession arrow is in favor of the Colts, but Abdallah Sudani looking for a foul, saying he's already going down the floor with it. But it'll be Centennial basketball with less than 3 minutes left to go here in the first half. Seneca on a 16-6 run. It's Shallo. Inbounds to Farquharson on the spin. Little scoop shot, no good, but on the follow, Abdel Sudani. So an attempted circus shot by Roberts Farquharson ends in a second chance opportunity for Centennial, as now driving right, Ouellette over top of Shallo, recognized the mismatch, took it right to the hole. Shallo. He's been waiting for something to become available, but nothing has. On the roll there, tipped away by Alexander, stolen, gone the other way, but Crawford gets the errant pass meant for Mighty. It's Crawford. Retreat, step back, three-pointer, no good. Sudani going up, but it's taken down by Alexander. It's Black. Using the screen, gets the switch into the corner for Mighty, driving baseline, looking for a choice, but Sudani has it and he takes it the other way. Sudani over the top with the left, no good, but Schumacher catches a little bit of Sudani's arm on that one. So Abdel Sudani will go to the line for a chance at 2. Sudani on the season, a 92% free throw shooter. First one, no good. As now the Centennial Colts are just 6 of 13 from the free throw line in this first half. Very uncharacteristic of a team that on the season shoots 75% from the line as a timeout is called on the floor. Centennial leads by 4, but we're definitely in a different situation than we were about 10 minutes ago, Kira.
Yeah, Zach, things are not looking too hot. We were talking about how at the very beginning of this period, or sort of at the start, we were up by 13. It was 23-10. Now later on, we are slowly looking at the Seneca Sting start to bring up the energy. Right now, they're on an 18 run compared to Centennial's 10, as well as I feel as though they've just been dominating the court as terms of attacking and what have they been bringing towards the table. You know, defensive-wise, I feel as though they've been very passive, doing what Centennial have been doing and what Coach Jackman has been pushing the guys to work on. But in terms of attacking, I feel as though the Sting has just been doing a bit more work than what the Colts have been doing, and that's why they've been able to finish and been able to get more fouls and more free throws to their name.
Rebounding dead even at this point in time, but the difference in the game, the points off of turnovers, Centennial 8-5 in that department. But Seneca letting it be known that they want to attack the paint. Already 20 points in the paint out of their 28 with 1:13 left to go as Trajan Ouellette takes the inbounds. It's Schumacher. Now Mighty inside. That one tipped away from Black, stolen by the Colts, and it's Sudani going the other way. Hands it off to Gibbs, pulls the three. That one no good. Going up for the rebound once again. Illinois Roberts-Farquharson. That one stripped away by Black. 43 seconds and counting in the first half as the double team. Able to escape it there was Ouellette as Alexander with it down low, driving inside, gets it off for Ouellette, drives it up top, no foul called as contesting it was Crawford and Roberts-Farquharson. Ball will remain with the Sting. 29 seconds left to go and 7 on the shot clock as another timeout is going to be called by Seneca. Going to try and draw up a good short clock situation play. Head coach for the Seneca Sting is Jay McNeil in his 6th year of leading the program. And in another life, led these Centennial Colts. So back on his former home floor. So it's a 4-point lead for Centennial, who will be trying to get a stop here, trying to keep this at 2 possessions going into the half. We'll see how they come out against this design play coming from the Sting.
Yes, Zach, and it kind of feels as though our boys are almost falling off a little. You know, I feel like even after that little timeout, we're seeing how they jog onto the court compared to Seneca's team, and it's not the same energy. It's not what we always bring to the court, and I feel as though we kind of undermine teams like Seneca, and that's something that we shouldn't be doing, especially when the games start to become so close like this.
3 seconds on the shot clock. Black has to pull. No good. Rebound taken by Shallo. Had it disrupted, though. Gets it back. 18 seconds to go. Shot clock turned off. This will be most likely the last possession of the first half. Screen by Sudani inside. Shallo over the top. Husam Shallo as time expires. Big things come in small packages as Husam Shallo puts it up and in, extends the lead to 6, and puts Centennial up 34-28 as we head into halftime. Kira, Centennial doing good things in that short clock situation coming out of that timeout.
Exactly, Zach, and you know, hoping that in this second half, we are able to just bring the energy that Seneca is able to bring to the Athletic Wellness Center here tonight. You know, in this last period alone, they had 18 run points compared to Centennial's 11. And just in terms of our consistency at the basket, Seneca's 10 of 29 compared to Centennial's 12 of 33 in our free throw, in our shooting. And just in terms of our consistency at the line, 66% for Seneca compared to Centennial's 50%. So again, even though Seneca is down currently, they are bringing the energy, and hopefully Centennial is able to do that right after this little 15-minute intermission.
Absolutely. It's Tavonn Mars-Buckley and Husam Shallo leading the Colts with 7 points. Elijah Green leads all scorers with 9 as we head into halftime, but don't go away, because in about 13 minutes' time, we will have second half action. Once again, Zachary Friedman and Kira Irison. Second half action coming up.
So in case you're not aware, our contestant we got Apple here. Apple's gonna have a chance to win $1,000 shoot for cash. So Apple, we're gonna have 2 chances to shoot from. We're gonna do 2 free throws. We're gonna have 2 chances to take a free throw. 2 chances to take a free. Sorry. We're gonna have 2 chances to take a layup. 2 chances to shoot a free throw. 2 chances to shoot a three, and 1 shot for $1,000 from half court. So Apple, the ball is yours. Let's see what you got. All right, Apple, let's see it. Okay. All right, let's go, let's go. Oh, Apple, you know what? I'll give you one more. Apple, whoa, where you go? Still got 7 for you. Hey, no, you missed the layup, unfortunately. But you're going to go home with a tooth presented by the OCAA. All right, Apple, thank you very much. I know you've already got that hat, but we appreciate you coming in and grabbing a ticket for a chance to win $1,000.
You used to call me on my You used to Yeah. You used to call me on my cell phone. Ain't that what you did? Call me on my cell phone. Ain't that what you did? I know what the hell I need. Ever since I left the city, you gotta let me take
Welcome back to the Athletic and Wellness Center here at Centennial College's Progress Campus. Zachary Friedman, Kira Irison. It's the start of the second half about to begin. And the Centennial Colts have a 34-28 lead. But Kira, it was pretty much a tale of two quarters.
Yeah, exciting first period, not too exciting second period. You know, we were up starting second period at 23-10, but unfortunately Seneca were able to outpoint us 18-11, where we were able to see a lot of mishaps just defensive-wise from Centennial. Attacking-wise, I feel as though we aren't bringing the energy that Seneca is bringing, Zach. But defensive-wise, I feel as though we're too passive to what Seneca is bringing to the table. And that's the reason why we weren't bringing, our A game in last period. So hopefully Jackman was able to bring the men together within that intermission and just tell it to them straight that they need to be more consistent when it comes to defensive. Even though Seneca is ranked lower than them, and even though the stats on paper are the stats on paper, it's not what they're bringing to the court, clearly. So we really do need to step up our game heading into this second half.
So it will be Seneca to start with possession as the clock expires on halftime, and we are set to go. A fresh 10 on the clock. For the Colts, it's going to be the starting lineup of Husam Shallo, Tavonn Mars-Buckley, Abdel Sudani, Tayshawn Crawford, and Omar Nur in the middle. It's Yasir Ahmed, Jaron Alexander, Trajan Ouellette, Teferian Black, and Elijah Green for the Sting, as Jaron Alexander has the ball stripped. And the Colts get a stop on their first defensive possession of the second half. It's Sudani handing it off for Mars-Buckley, driving inside with the left, off the glass, no good. Nur trying to secure the rebound, unable to, and it's taken the other way by Ouellette. Picks up his dribble as he advances it to Ahmed. Alexander driving inside, swatted away by Nur. It's a loose ball eventually taken by Shallo. Advanced into the front court. It's Mars-Buckley, and Shallo will let the Colts get set up. And the shot clock never reset, so we'll have a change on the shot clock to 18 seconds as the reset went to 14. Ball's inbounded to Sudani. As Shallo now with it, driving left, takes a couple steps back to Sudani, thought about the three, kicks it to the corner. Mars-Buckley gets the man to fly by him and knocks down the triple. Tavonn Mars-Buckley sent Teferian Black into the stands with that pump fake and gets the first bucket of the second half for Centennial. That one thrown directly into the legs of Tavonn Mars-Buckley. Sudani the other way, up high and over the top with the left. Gets it to go. Just like that, it's once again an 11-point lead for Centennial. Trajan Ouellette unable to get it to go. Jaron Alexander had that blocked again by Nur. It's Sudani. Driving inside, throwing an awkward one with the right. No good. Rebound Alexander. It's Ahmed up top for Black. Goes right. Fades away. No good. That one hits the pole, connecting to the backboard, so it'll be out of bounds. Centennial ball.
Yep, Zach, in 3 minutes into this period, this is what we're talking about, bringing that defensive energy. Currently, we are on a 5-point run compared to Seneca's 0. So just bringing that defensive awareness is what we need to do heading into this period.
7:40 left to go. Quarter number 3. Centennial up 39-28 as it's Shallo with it up top. Shallo driving, and he's fouled on the drive, so that one will stay on the floor. It'll be a inbounds on the baseline for Centennial, as that'll be the first team foul called on the Sting. And at the table now, checking in, Imani Mighty. He's checking in for Aaron Cortez. Nur's going to take a rare jump shot. That one no good. And going the other way now, Tafarian Black. Nice behind the back dribble to get some space in and out on the jump shot. And Crawford will go the other way, but he'll wait to let the offense get set up. Shallo. Driving left, inside, looked for Crawford, but that one off the feet of Elijah Green, but then once again off of Shallo. So possession will go to the Sting. Green stumbles and Crawford tries to get in there, but he's going to get a foul called on the reach. So it's going to be side out of bounds for Seneca after the foul by Crawford. It's Crawford's second and the second team foul here in the third quarter for the Colts. As we have an away from the ball foul called on Tavonn Mars-Buckley. Got a little handsy with Imani Mighty. So it will move to the baseline from the sideline, as checking in is Malik Taylor Williams. He comes in for Sudani. Black, he'll pull the catch and shoot three. It's no good. Rebound taken by Alexander inside. No good. Good defense by Nur. Crawford gives it over to Shallo, who's going to drive right inside, going for it. A lot of contact, and he does get the call as the foul goes on Jaron Alexander, his third personal foul of the game. And here, as we go further and further into this game, the Colts have done a good job of keeping the star players in Black and Alexander at bay.
Yes, and as just far as that goes, you know, Black has just been keeping his presence known as far as making plays happen attacking-wise. We know as soon as he gets the ball, he's able to really make an attacking stride and head towards the basket. But we have players like Mars-Buckley, who's just been doing an amazing job on keeping his physicality up and making sure that even though, hey, you're that big player that's known for doing good attacking-wise, I can do better defensive. And that's what Centennial has been doing. As far as physicality-wise goes, we've been pretty even as far as fouls, 12 all. So it's really a game of stamina and who's here to win it.
That ball was stolen out of the hands of Jeffrey Schumacher, and going the other way now, it's the Colts with Shallo in the corner. Up top for Nur, going up for the slam, no good. That one disrupted by Trajan Ouellette. Ouellette will drive right. Nice backdoor feed. That's Elijah Green underneath. 41-30. Centennial, as Mars-Buckley gets fouled by Tafarian Black. For Black, that's going to be his second personal, but more importantly, that's the fourth team foul now on the Sting. Shallo driving into two defenders, and that causes the loose ball as Black will go the other way. Quick stutter step inside, double clutch, and he gets fouled on the way up. So Tafarian Black heads to the line.
Again, Black has really been a staple for the Sting, but a player that we have been able to keep at bay and just ground overall. You know, I feel as though he has been just a little bit frustrated, I would be, in terms of gameplay, and just his options are being less and less, and that's what we want, starting to get under their skin, starting to make their star players more frustrated and crack under that pressure.
So Black, who's normally a 62% field goal shooter, is just 2 of 12 of this one and 0 of 4 from deep, but he is a perfect 5 of 5 from the line, 9 points in the game for Black. As Crawford will bring it up, as the Colts are up 9, drops it off for Taylor Williams. He goes up, a lot of contact, no call, rattles around, eventually taken by Black. Other way, it's Schumacher. He'll go up for the finger roll, and that one goes down. So now the Centennial lead down to 7. Mars-Buckley driving left, uses the right, puts it up and in. And that one, an errant pass that almost goes out of bounds, but Schumacher able to save it and gets it to Black. Black's going to pull the contested triple. That one bounced 3 times up there, but no good. Tavonn Black, he doesn't care what percentage he's shooting. He's going to have the confidence to keep pulling it no matter where he is on the floor, as Crawford misses that one badly. Rebound taken by the Sting, and it's Schumacher in the front court. Wide open, Trajan Ouellette. Good closeout by Nur, and another good closeout by Crawford. Once again, that one actually goes over the backboard. They're not going to call out of bounds on it. Instead, it's an offensive rebound. And a foul's going to be called on, I believe it's Omar Nur down low. Correction, that's Tavonn Mars-Buckley. It's his 3rd foul, so a bit of foul trouble growing here for the Colts, as now Tavonn Mars-Buckley and Abdul Sadani now with 3 fouls each. And on the Sting side, Aaron Cortez on the bench with 4 fouls, and Jaron Alexander has 3 of his own, as Black once again at the line hits the first. Second free throw up and good. 43-36 the score, 4 minutes exactly to go in the 3rd quarter, as Samuel Wong checks back into the game, as does Illinois Roberts Farquharson. It's Taylor Williams inside for Nur, hook shot, too strong, rebounded by Schumacher. Ouellette crossing left in the corner for Green, driving, double clutch, no good, rattles around, it's tipped, but then it's taken by Roberts Farquharson. And he will send it back for Crawford, who advances it for Taylor Williams. Gives it off to Crawford. Back to Taylor Williams, inside, falling from the hoop, got some contact, no call. As he misses, it'll be Seneca the other way, is another almost errant pass, as that one was saved by Tavonn Black. As fading away, Black, no good. And the struggles continue, as he's now 2 for 15 in this one.
Yeah, not having much success, and that's all thanks to the consistent defense we've been having so far, really bringing us back, but consistent there was Black.
Nice job to strip and swat, as that one goes out of bounds. And with 9 seconds on the shot clock here, Centennial will look to try and extend their lead. It's Wong driving inside. The southpaw no good on the left-handed layup. And it'll go the other way, but it's actually stolen by Farquharson. What hustle! And a foul's going to be called on Ouellette, getting a little handsy on the sideline. That'll give what will now be the Sting's 4th team foul. So a bit of a counting error on my part as Robert Farquharson will inbound, gets it to Taylor Williams, but that was a sloppy pass, but oh my goodness. Tavarian Black went up for the jam. It slips on the way up, rattles off the rim, and somehow goes down. Farquharson driving inside, trying to go over top with the right, no good. It rolls around, but it's Omar Nur who tried to get the offensive rebound. Tavarian Black getting that one out of his hand, but it will remain with the Colts, and they'll get a fresh 14 on the shot clock. 2:08 to go. 43-38, Centennial leads. Crawford with 7 seconds on the shot clock. Euro step, has to throw it up. That one off the rim and taken by Mighty. Given off to Green. And off and running are the Sting as Green will try to do it himself. And Omar Nur sends it right back into the ground. And Malik Taylor Williams will kick it out. Wong with it now for Centennial, driving inside with the left. Rattles around, no good. Tipped in by Nur. Omar Nur doing it at both ends of the floor. Schumacher for Black at the top, driving inside, and he's hit by Robert Farquharson as he heads to the floor.
Zach, you're a little out of breath there, but I would be too. That was an amazing play there by Omar Nur. We've been seeing how his height overall this season has been doing him justice, and that right there is how both offensively and defensively he's able to work his magic.
Omar Nur averages around 1.5 blocks per game. That's good for 3rd in the OCAA, but he's got 3 tonight. As the first free throw is up and in from Tavarian Black, now 9 of 9 at the line, and this one for a perfect 10, it's good. So 14 points in the game for Tavarian Black, but let's just remind you, he is 3 of 16 from the floor. And Crawford has that one stripped, but he regains possession as Quentin McCarthy back on the floor as we enter the last minute of the 3rd quarter. Driving inside, bit of a double clutch on the pass attempt, and he missed the cutting Wong along the perimeter. So it's another turnover for the Colts, and with 57.6 to go in the 3rd, it'll be Seneca basketball, but that just the 8th turnover for the Centennial Colts. Inside, back into the game. That's Torre. It's McCarthy on the inbounds, and he'll take it back right off the handoff. Thought about the shot, but now it's Robert Farquharson, and it's Crawford. Hard screen there that Schumacher runs through, so it'll be a foul on Schumacher. Crawford hit the jump shot, but they're going to say the foul occurred before he went up for it. So instead, it'll be Illinois Robert Farquharson going to the line for 2. A 60% free throw shooter on the season. Usually averages around 8 minutes per game, but he's earned them tonight with his hustle and intensity on the defensive end. Second free throw rattles around and no good, as we've got a 7-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. As it's Green with it, and he hands it off to Nore. Mazimaka looking for an option. He'll choose to pull the three-pointer. No good. Rebound McCarthy. 8 seconds on the clock. We'll see what the Colts do. Try to extend the lead. Over there, it's Crawford. He pulls a deep one. No good on the buzzer-beating attempt.
And Zach, it's not looking too hot again. 12 all in this period. And right now, even though Colts are up 46-40, we did have some good plays. Don't get me wrong, but I still feel as though our defense, we're not bringing as much energy to the table. But someone who is bringing that energy is Omar Nur, having 3 blocks in this game, as you said. But again, 8 points and about 7 rebounds total. So amazing all-star player, but someone who's on the top of the ranks for the Colts so far is Mars-Buckley, 12 points with his name with 2 rebounds. Amazing all-around player, attacking-wise, just bringing that energy, making the runs, but defensive-wise, making sure that he's on his player and those hands are up. As for Seneca, you know, we've had Black as well as Elijah Green, who we're just really trying to close down and not get any points exceeding. You know, we've been doing a good job for Tafari Black as far as that goes. He has been having some success at the line, but not too much success as far as when he is pulling up at the basket. As far as some, you know, just tips and pointers, Zach, I would say just keep doing what we're doing, but again, bringing up that passive defense. Omar Nur and Mars-Buckley are just a few examples of what the Colts have to offer when it comes to us defensive-wise. So making sure that the other players bring that energy within this last period coming up is something that we have to, you know, keep important.
So we head to the fourth quarter. The Centennial Colts up 6 points, trying to pick up their 10th win of the season. And it's great to be back on the airwaves on ColtsNet Live, but we've also got a busy weekend coming for you. On Saturday, it'll be basketball once again, a doubleheader between the Centennial Colts and the Durham Lords, which is poised to be a heavyweight tilt on the men's side. And then on Sunday, we will have volleyball action, also a doubleheader for you as well, as both volleyball teams will take on, once again, the visiting Durham Lords, which is poised to be 2 heavyweight matchups in both of those volleyball games. We had a foul on the floor as Robert Farquharson goes to the line for 2, and he misses the first attempt. And the Centennial Colts, very uncharacteristic today from the free throw line. 10 of 19, now 10 of 20, just 50% for a team that shoots 75% on the season. It's Nore. Spins left, trying to give it off to Mazimaka, but it's taken away by Robert Farquharson in the corner for Crawford. Couldn't handle it cleanly, couldn't get a shot off. McCarthy from deep, no good. Rebounded by Mazimaka. It's Elijah Green at the top. He hands it off to Mazimaka. He's getting trapped in the corner, gets it off to Amani Mighty, back up to Green. Green's just got a heave at the end of the shot clock, no good, long rebound. Chasing for it is Mazimaka, gets it to Schumacher, reverse layup, no good, but a foul called. As in the game, who we haven't seen yet, quite surprisingly, Xander Wilson on the floor. And he's the one who picks up the foul as Schumacher goes to the line. Xander Wilson in the first half of the season, a very important role player at that 4 spot, sometimes sliding into the 5 when Nur is not on the floor as he is right now.
Yeah, Wilson played a huge role back in the late part of the first half of the season in November and December when the Colts did have a lot of injuries. So again, him as well as Karp were 2 of the rookies that were really staples for the Centennial Colts. So it's good to see him on the court tonight.
That finger roll by McCarthy, no good, rebounded by Wilson. And driving inside is Robert Farquharson, and he gets fouled on the way up. No good as that one just rolls off the rim. But Illinois Roberts Farquharson will go back to the line to try and redeem himself after he missed both just a couple minutes ago. First free throw, no good. Second attempt is good, so splitting the attempts at the line was Roberts Farquharson, as subbing in for the shooter. Husam Shallo returns with the Colts up 7, and now they're going to show their full court press. And the trap there worked, as McCarthy got a deflection on the pass attempt, but it will remain with the Sting. As now it's Mars-Buckley at the top. It's Green, swings it over, Mighty driving left. Schumacher with 6 seconds on the shot clock. That one tipped away by Shallo. Mars-Buckley's gonna have to heave in the corner. Double clutch three, air ball rebounded by Wilson. It's McCarthy, he'll have a look at three, no good. Rebound Mars-Buckley. As Green gets it in the corner to Mighty. And Green is tugged on by Crawford, so that will be a foul on Tavonn. His third, and the third team foul for the Centennial Colts, as we have a big substitution. Most of the starters coming back on the floor, plus Aaron Cortez. So the unit on the floor, Jaron Alexander returns, along with Trajan Ouellette, Yasir Ahmed, Tavarian Black, and Aaron Cortez with those 4 fouls, as it's Black. Couldn't catch it cleanly to go for the shot. And wow, almost getting a crazy circus shot to go as he wraps the ball around Xander Wilson. Put a little side spin on it, but he will go to the line for free throws number 11 and 12.
You know, so far, Zach, he is 10 in all. So even though we have been stopping him as far as gameplay, we're not able to stop him when he has all the time and space in the world. So we'll see if he'll make this 12 in all. Right now, Colts are up 6, 47-41. Now 42, so we're up by 5. Try and make things happen within these last 7 minutes and 30 seconds.
Just under 7.5 to play in the final quarter of regulation. Centennial leads by 5, and we're going to have an offensive foul called on Abdullah Sudani, dragging Aaron Cortez down a little. And we've got a sub coming in. Tavonn Mars-Buckley will return for Sudani, as I believe that was Sudani's 5th personal, actually, which would foul him out of the game.
But Zach, this is the issue that we're talking about. Currently, so far within this period, Colts have 4 fouls compared to Seneca's 2. So again, we're drawing early fouls, and then we're wondering why the gap is closing as fast as it does when Seneca is able to have possession. We need to stop fouling as much as we do.
Shallo out to Crawford. He pulls the 3. That one no good. Rebound Alexander. Alexander's 5th rebound of the evening. That one was inbound. The entry feed there. He had Alexander. His eyes just weren't on the quarterback as Tafarian Black airmails him, and that one goes out of bounds, and it'll be Centennial ball. It's Wilson. Euro step inside, gets it to go. Ahmed with the Euro inside, and that was a lot of contact given by Xander Wilson. So Yasir Ahmed will get a chance at the free throw line and a chance at his first points of the game. That also means that The Centennial Colts are in the penalty, so Seneca will shoot free throws for the last 6.5 minutes of this very close basketball game. Mars-Buckley to Wong. As Wong looking for Wilson on the roll, just put it a little too far in front of him as Mars-Buckley tugs at the back of Black. He doesn't appear to think so. But Black's going to go back to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point game. But first, there's going to be a timeout called by Coach Michael Jackman as Centennial's lead gets thinner and thinner, Kira.
Yes, thinner and thinner, and things are not looking too hot. Right now we have maxed out our fouls with a good chunk of this period left. We have 6 minutes and 18 seconds left on this clock in this fourth period, and the gap isn't too big, only 5 points, and not some outstanding stats as far as, you know, who's outplaying the other. It looks as far as we are pretty even in terms of free throws and free goals. You know, the only stat that we are exceeding the Sting in is three-pointers, where we are 22% to their 0 percentile. Everything else, physicality, you know, endurance, attacking and defensive-wise, I feel as though both teams are pretty even, though. But at the start, it was the Colts that were dominating, and hopefully they'll be able to bring that dominating team that was here at the first 2 periods back within this last 6 minutes.
So we'll see how they fare and the adjustments they make as Tavonn Black approaches the free throw line for his 2 shots. First one up and in. Tavonn Black doing wonders for his free throw percentage this game, which sat under 70%. Hits the second, 14 of 14 from the line. Long entry pass at the high post for Xander Wilson. Driving on Alexander. Fading away, just rolls off the rim, but Xander Wilson will go to the line for 2 as Jaron Alexander picks up the costly 4th foul, and he'll have to check out for Imani Mighty.
Wilson pretty consistent when he is at the line, averaging 66% so far, 36 of the 55. So again, you see that consistency much needed within these last few minutes of this fourth period.
So after the first free throw, Jaron Alexander was called for a technical foul, as not sure if you could hear it at home, but there was a certain profanity that starts with the 6th letter of the alphabet that was shouted out. I'll leave it to your imagination. So the audible gas from Alexander leads to nothing as Wong misses the free throw. But Xander Wilson will have one more chance at the free throw line. Trying to bring this Centennial lead back to 5. Centennial was up by as much as 15 points in this game as Wilson hits the second, as we head under 6 minutes left to go in this fourth quarter. Nice crossover by Cortez, and it looked a bit like a carry, but the ref signaled no, he had it the whole time, as Trajan Ouellette will go to work now in the corner for Yasir Ahmed. Inside, tried to get the pass inside, but it's Wong who deflects it, but they're going to say it tips again off the arm as we look at the replay. It goes off of Wong. It does look like it changes direction a second time off of the arm of Trajan Ouellette, so The call is correct, Centennial basketball. It's Wilson on the interior. Trying to drive again on the smaller Mighty. Good footwork up on two guys. Gets his own rebound and puts it up. It's Black. Sidestep, gets a second guy to jump. Thought about it again. No one cuts to the middle, so he has to just pass it out up top. Great transition defense to stop the ball. And they're going to call a foul on Malik Taylor-Williams. Let's see if he establishes position. Maybe he steps up a bit, but there is nothing illegal about what just happened. So Yasir Ahmed getting a blessing with Centennial up 7, just about halfway through final quarter of regulation as Jaron Alexander quickly back to the table. Remember, he is sitting there with 4 fouls. Second free throw up and in. So Ahmed makes both, and it's back to 5. Wong crosses the timeline as we officially cross the halfway mark. And it's Wilson inside, going up for it. Malik Taylor-Williams was hacked at, grabs the rebound, and it's going to be a held ball. The possession arrow is in favor of the Sting. So missed opportunity for Centennial, and now Seneca has a chance to bring it within 1 possession. In the corner, this is Mighty. Up for Black at the top. Driving inside. Green out. Driving inside and losing the handle and having to throw it up. That never hits the rim. That's going to be a shot clock violation. And Tafarian Black is down and in some pain on the floor. I can already tell from up here, it looks like a calf cramp as that muscle is super constricted right now.
Drink your water, kids.
Drink your water, eat your bananas, get your potassium. But I know the pain. You land wrong and it just all tightens up. And they're just working on loosening that up right now. I'll tell you what, if he gets back in this game, it takes me at least an hour after one of those. And then again, I'm not a collegiate level athlete.
I mean, Zach, are you admitting that you're an old geezer?
I'm not a geezer. I'm just not in shape. So Black needs another second. It's
getting to him.
You know, the fact that we know what it is, it makes it so much worse because you feel the pain.
Oh, yeah. You sympathize.
He's not going to be able to straighten out his leg for the next few minutes.
I see he's like shaking everyone off too.
He wants to get up on his own because he wants to stay in this game. And they're bringing out the chair a la Paul Pierce, albeit this one not for a bathroom break.
Not a wheelchair, but
a rolly one.
A rolly one. Got him a little fancy chair. Put him over to the side. Hopefully that loosens up so he can get back on the court.
Yeah, it would be a big loss for the Sting if he were to remain out for the rest of this one, as he's going to take the long way around. As we get back to game action and stop talking about cramps, it's Samuel Wong. Malik Taylor-Williams back for Wong, gets the man to jump. And the elbow jumper's no good, but Xander Wilson getting up, back out to Wong, fresh 14 for the Colts. Crawford driving inside, up high, gets it to go. With the leaning layup, Tayshawn Crawford extends the lead back to 7. Ouellette driving into the corner for Ahmed, but he stepped on the line. So a turnover, as we've got a substitution as Mars-Buckley will check back in for Malik. Seneca's starting to press again as Wong also, it's Samuel Wong taking the seat, not Taylor Williams, as Shallo with it, gets it to Wilson. Inside with position is Taylor Williams. Good footwork inside, oh my goodness! Did not see that kind of attempt coming from that position. Gets fouled on the way up. And he will go to the line for 2. You know, I think I saw on the replay there, he grabbed the mesh. It looked way more exciting from up here. I don't know, whenever you see the rim snap like that, Kira.
Oh, yeah.
As the first one's no good.
I mean, he wasn't able to snap his wrist like that, unfortunately. Currently 55-48, 3:34 on the clock. Fouls maxed out for Centennial. 4 fouls to the Sting's name.
So the lead now 8, as we've got less than 3.5 to go in the fourth. As now we've got more of a zone defense played by the Colts, as nice double clutch by Ahmed, but we've seen a lot of those bounces today, as that one just out of reach of Shallo, but we've seen the Sting miss a bunch of those that seems like they're gonna fall, but they just take that one extra hop on the rim and bounce out.
Yeah, Seneca hasn't been too lucky on the basket as far as when it comes to those double bounces. And even just offensive rebounds, I feel as though they haven't been able to get those tip-offs as successful as Omar Nur and players as such on our team.
It's Crawford for Mars-Buckley. Tavonn spins the other way, inside for Wilson, goes up with it. He had a wide open Taylor Williams in the corner, instead tried to go over 3 guys, and now going the other way, Green looking for an option, gives it off to Ouellette. Mighty over to Green, chose to go for the extra pass. Green had the chance to shoot it, instead he gets it back, and a nice layup brings it back to 6. Centennial probably going to start taking their time now, as we're about to enter the last 2 minutes, as Taylor Williams into the corner for Crawford, couldn't catch it cleanly, and an errant pass, and diving for the floor is Crawford, and that's going to be called a held ball, and the possession arrow is in favor of Centennial. So a lucky turn of events, as the poor pass sent into the middle. We'll see what they're going to call, as the refs are having a discussion. I'm not sure what they can debate between. It's not like there was a foul, unless they're going to call a travel instead of a jump ball. There's no timeout to honor, as it's going to be Colts ball, as the original call was. And a timeout's going to be called by Coach Jackman, as with a fresh 14 on the shot clock, he wants to draw up a good play to be able to extend this lead and get it more and more out of reach for Seneca as the game winds down.
Yep, Zach, but you know, we have some exciting gameplay for next week. You know, heading into this weekend, we have Durham up against us, and this is a big game for the men. We know there's a lot of history between the men's Durham team against the Centennial Colts. So again, exciting gameplay here. As far as Sunday goes, we have some volleyball play, I believe against the same same college. So
Everyone's traveling together.
exactly. All the Durham Lords are going to be here this weekend. So again, Durham is versing the Centennial Colts. Saturday is going to be basketball, women's and men, and Sunday is volleyball. So,
and if there's one game to circle that men's basketball game Saturday, which will start at around 3 p.m. You can either come to the Athletic and Wellness Center or tune in on ColtsNet Live. But the Durham Lords sitting atop the OCAA Eastern Conference with an 11-1 record. They have won 9 straight. As Mars-Buckley's three won't go. Rebound taken by Green. Loose ball on the floor. Diving for it was Wilson, but he lands out of bounds while still touching the ball. So it's Seneca basketball. But as I was saying, the Durham Lords, 9 straight victories. They have that 11-1 record. They took care of the George Brown Huskies easily yesterday in a 94-60 victory.
yes, Zach. So again, we're trying to beat this team to prep for the weekend.
Inside, Alexander, backdoor feed. And that one's there for Black, as now it's just a 4-point game as we've got 1:38 left to go in quarter number 4. It's Shallo directing traffic over to Crawford. Taylor Williams, Crawford, no good on the 3, short rebound, tipped around, gotten back by Crawford, fresh 14 in the corner. Mars-Buckley had it stripped on the way up. He gets it back though, and it's Taylor Williams inside, drop step with the right, no good on the floater, rebound taken by Alexander. 1 minute left to go in the 4th quarter. Ahmed driving inside with the layup, no good, rattles around. Rebound eventually taken by Mars-Buckley, and Centennial will calm it down.
Good vibes and good auras here at the Athletic and Wellness Center. Me and Zach are crossing our fingers here.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Shallo for Tayshawn Crawford. He gives it back to Shallo. Shallo, step back, dagger! Husam Shallo! .6 to go. Centennial up by 7.
And I mean, that's how you close it out. A veteran like Shallo, he knows how to get it done, and he knows how to put his shoe in when he needs to.
Husam Shallo doing it on both ends of the floor tonight. You know, he had that great first half where he had 6 rebounds. I mean, he's only had 1 in the second half, but his impact has been felt. 12 points in the game for the 3rd year out of Westview Centennial High School. But boy, you got to have a lot of courage to pull back for a shot in that situation. He didn't doubt it for a second, right down the hatch.
Need to have a lot of courage and a lot of drive and a lot of stamina and energy. You know, they've had a lot of grit throughout this whole game, even though at the start they did have a really big gap that unfortunately the Sting was able to close up due to our, early fouls and lack of awareness when it comes to defense. But just having that stamina to push through and finish, that's what we need to do.
So on the floor on offense, it's Black, Green, Alexander, Ahmed, and Ouellette for the Sting as it's inside for Alexander. He gets bumped, still trying to go to the hole, trying to get it outside to Black. He steps behind the line, no good. Offensive rebound by Alexander. He puts it up, and it's in. No foul called, 20 seconds, shot clock's been turned off. Shallo will be able to take this into the front court. He does get fouled now by Yasir Ahmed, and no fouls to give for the Colts. So Shallo will go to the line for 2 shots. Centennial, a team that normally scores 89 points per game, has been locked into a defensive matchup against Seneca. Both teams basically shooting the exact same in the game, both right around 31.3%. However, Seneca yet to hit a three-pointer in this one, as those are some big free throws from Husam Shallo, as we're going to have another timeout called by the Sting. There will be about 12 seconds left to go in regulation. All the Colts need to do is stand pat and don't foul.
Yep, and I mean, besides that, Zach, there isn't many points to add in this 37 seconds remaining in this timeout. I mean, Colts have been doing a good job on keeping their attacking and just keeping this gap stable, you know, making sure it doesn't close too much to the point where we're worrying and we start doing turnovers. And, you know, we have players clutch in like Husam Shallo that hit that three, which now we're up, you know, 6 points with 13 seconds left on the clock. And that's what we have to do. We have to have players on the court that are able to do it when it matters, when it counts. And as far as that, you know, I feel like the Sting weren't really a concern for the Colts today.
For Centennial tonight, their work on defense has been evident, winning the turnover battle. They forced Seneca into 17 turnovers tonight, scoring 16 points off those turnovers, whereas the Colts themselves just have 9 turnovers, Seneca only getting 7 points off those turnovers. As it's inbounded to Ahmed. 14 seconds on the clock, long three coming, and that one goes down! Elijah Green! A deep three from Elijah Green, and hold on, we're not done yet. This is a 3-point ball game as Centennial takes a timeout. 10.9 seconds will go onto the clock.
Zach, why am I a commentator? I feel like I jinx every time I just, you know, start talking on this mic. The boys just...
No, but the jinx actually shows that you're good at it. The jinx shows that it's what you're supposed to do. It's the commentator's curse. It's the most common thing there is. But Centennials finds himself in a more difficult situation than either of us saw coming, as Elijah Green heaved a 30-footer for the first 3-point field goal of the game for Seneca. And now the importance is going to come on inbounds more so than anything, as there's going to be a very aggressive trap defense coming from the Sting. We'll see the lineup that Coach Jackman chooses to roll with. Let's see if he puts his best free throw shooters on the floor.
Less than 11 seconds left in this game. Looks to be Colts with possession. So, whew.
And the Colts do get the ball in the front court off the timeout. We'll see if they choose to use the entire length of the floor. Had an opportunity for Mars-Buckley. Instead, it's in to Malik Taylor-Williams. No basket on the continuation. But Taylor-Williams will go to the line for a couple chances. The first free throw, or at least one of the free throws, to make it a 2-possession game. Malik Taylor-Williams has split his attempts over the course of this game. 3 of 6 from the line, as the first one is up and good. And that's the important one. And Malik can breathe a little on this second one. Still looking to hit it, but not as much weight. Second free throw is clean and through, as Seneca choosing to advance it. Mars-Buckley with authority to cap it off. There's still going to be 2 seconds on the clock, so the game is not over. Even though the scoreboards have lit up red and we got triple zeros on the clock, there is going to be 2 seconds. However, Seneca does not have timeouts. as this crowd fired up as that shot will be blocked, and Tavonn Mars-Buckley had something to say after the final whistle there on Trajan Ouellette, and now Tayshawn Crawford saying something as well. But the Centennial Colts pick up the W, and they're signaling to the coaches to watch the handshake line as Tavonn Mars-Buckley, who is actually not in the line, may be instructed by the referees not to be, as after the win, he let out a shout right in the face of Trajan Ouellette. But a big, gritty win for the Centennial Colts, who improve now to 10-3 and take sole possession of second place in the OCAA Eastern Conference.
Exactly, Zach, and just an amazing performance from both teams, but Centennial was able to be the team on top. They had the stamina. They were able to lock down players such as Black, as well as, other players surrounding the team, such as Shuin. So, just overall, Colts did a really good job today, and we're hoping for the same thing this Saturday.
Absolutely. There's more Colts basketball action to come in just 3 days' time, when we will be back on the air Saturday at 1 p.m. as the Durham Lords will come to visit the Athletic and Wellness Center to take on the Centennial Colts. Women's game at 1, men's game at approximately 3 o'clock. And then on Sunday, Durham with the volleyball teams will return, as it will be volleyball action Sunday, once again, 1 and 3 o'clocks on the start times for those as well. But even though Teferian Black leads the way with 22 points, it's Tavonn Mars-Buckley who leads the Centennial Colts with 14. Husam Shallo with that ever-important 3 and 13 points on the game. As for Kira Ireson and myself, Zachary Friedman, our producer, Leo Solorzano, have a great rest of your night. Colts, 2 wins in the doubleheader. They have a sweep of the Seneca Sting. We will see you on Saturday.
With that, Colts, let's ride!